So here's me making another random episode again, as in like it obviously has purpose and meaning. I just mean like it came to me randomly. I didn't plan it. So episode 1, was that 140? Basically, maybe 2-3 episodes down. You know, the episodes where I was just expressing my natural feelings of frustration as to the type of suffering that God puts me through. Still, since I'm someone that wants people to always choose God, I'm always trying to teach you what He teaches me on how to still be close to Him despite that. Right? I still portray Him to you in a very bright and good way. I always show you His qualities the way that He teaches me, which is always through experiences and examples. It's not hard, for me to prove things. It's not just some belief, which is technically why I'm being put through this type of life. God is using my life as examples of the areas that there's lies about Him to basically go against it, So for that reason, the first quality you'll notice in my pattern, if you ever go down all the episodes of this podcast, is anytime I express any sort of emotional pain, right? I talk about how I feel. You'll notice not only am I gonna upload a lot of episodes all of a sudden after that, but 2, you're gonna notice my mood is happy all of a sudden after that, because that's God's greatness that you're seeing. It's not me. I'm just a creation. It's His greatness. It's His own mercy, His own love that He, right, only in a way that He knows, is able to still put into me these beautiful, happy emotions, these bright emotions. And you're thinking, what? You look like you were dying just a few days ago. So just as He can, right, give you a disease and then cure you, that same sort of miraculous quality you all know a God would have, right? He has power. He has power also over your emotional mood. Because humans usually struggle with this part, because God doesn't control how we feel. He doesn't remove things from you, right? Usually He created us in a way that to some degree we have to fight to be happy. We have to, right, sort of use the qualities He already gave us. Either way, it's His own mercy that's still working with us. We're not operating alone with our own power. Just the way He already created us. He created us with strength to fight to be happy, by how He also created our mind. Our mind is created to always find a solution. You're sad, you're going to be like, okay, what should I do? Oh, I'm hungry, so I'm going to go look for food, like that. He created your brain to look for whatever is going to give you the happy emotional mood, to fight the opposite of happy, or the bad side of emotional mood, which is sad, depressed, weakened, depleted, etc. So our mind is always created rational that way. Therefore, you cannot justify immoralities like Islam and Christianity and all evil in this world. You cannot justify any way you can hurt a human or put them down, or give one power over to the other and put the other down, like giving power to a male over a female. You can't justify that. Because we have a creator that cares about how we feel. We have a creator that always wants us to feel uplifted and special and important and never beneath anyone else. So then He cannot be the author of those parts that ever put any group down. God just hates evil. So if you commit evil, obviously you're less than good people. That's the only time we would call someone superior than you. Morality, they're good, they have a good heart, but not superior as in like a god or anything like that. Just they're better, they're good, right? They're better than you because they're not evil and you are evil. And you're all comfortable with that, right? That's not a superiority that you guys think is unjust. Are you gonna say a murder is equal to the most innocent, loving person on the face of the earth? No, right? You could care less. So we're better than each other, but we're better than each other in morality, which is just love. Anything else, there's no such thing. You could just have blessings that someone doesn't have. They could be prettier, but they're not better than you. Get it? Better as in like how God sees them. He doesn't love them more than you because he created you less prettier than them, you know? But he will love people more than you if they're more moral than you. You see how then just and fair that is? Because that is a fair thing to judge you on, your heart. Because there you go, evil is bad. So the more loving, the more good people have, you're over here on the dark side. Well, he has the right to love those ones. He has the right to see them closer to him than you. Because, you get me? God is good. God is loving. So it's rational. See how I'm still able to use logic to prove it to you. So it's rational, it's logical that he loves good people and not see them equally as evil humans. He's just merciful to evil humans. He, right? Obviously takes care of them either way. He wants them to change and repent. Okay, but does he love them? No. Okay. So, but why is he doing that? See, you don't want to just be like, that's just how God is. But why? Why? That proves, therefore, he is good. Why is he picking a side? Why can't he just be neutral? He cannot. Because that means evil to you is the same as good to you. You would all agree that's not a good idea. We would not want a God that thinks evil and good are the same. Or he could care less. Or he's like, oh, whatever. Oh, we're doomed as hell. Who's going to judge then, huh? Who's going to create hell, huh? Who's going to teach us to punish criminals in this world? So that therefore proves that God is not neutral. He has to be good. And you might be like, I know that. Why are you telling me that? Because that big question in your head from the demon, they always say to you, they always put thoughts into all of us, our minds. How could he create evil and good if he's good? That's it. You know? If you're sort of then falling into the trap of that and you think maybe if he had the ability, keyword, ability, because evil is filthy, right? Why would you create it unless you're anxious as you're creating it, right? The devil wants you to see God like you and I. The way we would be uncomfortable to create rape if we could create it, or murder. We wouldn't have the ability if we're loving, correct? But he's not like us. That's actually the whole point. God is not like us, basically. So he cannot be like us, basically. But he can only have that quality that if we use our mind, we can conclude he has if we observe his creation, including ourselves. And if we observe again, we can conclude he doesn't have the qualities he's usually accused of, because we're observing again, we're using our mind again. We have to keep using our mind. God does not want blind faith and blind belief. That's not rational. There has to be a way to get to an agenda, a goal. If there's no way, right? There's no way, the way it's logic to use your mind. If there's just no way, then how could human beings know when they're believing something wrong about God or believing something truthful about God? You get me? Because there's no requirement. There's nothing. There's no foundational skills that you need or rules or things you have to follow to get to the agenda, right? You want to get to that country over there. You want to get to that side of the crossroad over there. You need a way. You need 2 feet. You need legs. You know? Or you don't have it, or someone should carry you. If not, okay, then you should be on a wheelchair. Like that, you need a way to get to the other side of the road. Or to get to your goals or whatever that is. So you get me? He's a creator. If you observe the way he created us, right? The way we need something in order to get to something. We need feet to walk. We can't just visit your house today. So he created logic. He created our mind as a way to get to the understanding of who he is and who he is not. If he didn't create a way and people just believe then how do you differentiate which group on this earth are believing in wrong things and which ones are not believing in? You get me? How do you differentiate humans? Hey, you guys over there, God is actually not a goat. How do you prove it that their belief that God is a goat is wrong? If you say, well, you just believe Jesus died for you, it's just a belief, I don't have evidence, I don't have any sort of way to get you to that belief, which is logic. You can't use logic to justify he died for you, because it's not rational to die for people. It's not just, it's not fair, it's not logical. God have mercy. Here we go again with the noise. Anytime I record, it's because I'm actually eating lunch or something outside. I come outside, or I'm just outside, I'm traveling or whatever. So that's actually why I record. So don't be like, why are you always in a situation where there's noise around you? Because that's actually why I record. I want to distract myself from these demons harassing me. You saw how quiet my audio was this whole time, and now there's noise. They find me and make noise around me. They always do some lawn mowing and nonsense, and construction and weird nonsense. There's nothing to even do, man. That grass was just cleaned a few days ago. It was so dumb. They just want to be here and make noise around me. You might be like, why do they always make noise around you? Because it causes pain to the mind, right? Noise hurts the brain and the body. It can even damage your brain. So they want to basically cause me that sort of effect. You know, they want to hurt your mind. Oh, I feel so much better now that he left. Go away. Because it's just dark energy, man. I'm sitting in an area that's like a pavement. There's no grass here. It's just so loud to my mind. But they're using witchcraft too. God have mercy. See, this whole time I didn't try to record what I was talking about as they were making noise, because I know I'm going to make mistakes. They're going to put witchcraft on me to cause brain fog and forgetfulness. And you're going to say words you don't mean. And religious people, usually Muslims, really know that. They know that when they give lectures, the devil actually attacks their mind and they actually say mistakes. Or they forget the Qur'an when they're trying to recite. So Muslims will at least understand what I mean by they put witchcraft on me. I forget what I'm saying. If demons are around me, because these are not normal humans who are just doing their job. Go away. I'm sick and tired always commanding them to leave, so I just wait for them to leave. Because I can, command that demon to leave, and the human will go to another side. It's annoying. How many times can I do that? Sometimes I just wait. So yeah, I'm not telling you what I was talking about. I took a break and described where I am, because that protects me from trying to force myself to keep talking to you about what I was talking about. Because if I'm forcing or pushing myself to do something when I'm stressed out or there's bad things around me, then I'm going to make mistakes, right? I'm not God, I'm a creation. So I don't want to make mistakes. So I'd rather just talk about something else with you. Because technically, I'm going to make mistakes when I'm talking about what I'm talking about. Because that's the whole reason why they come to my environment and stalk me. They're trying to get you to forget what you're saying or make mistakes with what you're saying. Like that. So isn't it logical then that I don't talk about it for some time? When they leave, then I go back to talking about it. Because that's the whole reason they appeared. If I talk about something else that's not about God or religion, it's not going to really make me have problems remembering what I'm trying to tell you. Because they have an agenda, The witchcraft is not going to affect everything I do. It's just when I'm talking about God and like that. I'll just pause this, so